Out the slums of the motherfucking Northwest, making their way through the cities and the forest. Y'all now tuned to the Jeff and Greg podcast. This shit like a log from a dog's ass. So drink your box of cheap beer till you so trash. You drop the laugh and shit your pants, and that's a known fact. Greg might be on some magic mushrooms, he got no class. So when Jeff the pole his finger, and obviously he ain't got no gas. Go past the gold hash, cause laughs is in the forecast. More beer, get more smashed than clean talk at the doormat. Grab your popcorn, funny rings, and an egg roll. Tell us spread them legs, so I love the Jeff and Greg show. From the IDA, ho, it'll help you with your day, bro. Hang with Joe's sponsor, Jeff is whiter than that yayo. But rather, there's some Legos, got some crazy shit to say, though. Custom like they bosses took them off the fucking payroll. Some call it a garage, but we call it the sarcophagus. Comedy kings, drinking beer, sitting around just talking shit. Jeff and Greg snatching confidence out your accomplishments. Listen close and get off all these thoughts from this, I promise you.
Yeah.
Shit.
I felt that one extra tonight.
Dude, me too, man.
I was really feeling that intro tonight.
Were you?
Yeah.
It was almost like fucking was coming down from heaven.
Yeah.
Into my earbuds.
That was good. That was good.
Like,
what's up, everybody? We're back. Jeff and Greg podcast.
Episode 82.
Yeah.
Gray Bush Studios.
You know what? I'm not even looking at you.
Yeah.
I'm not even looking at you, and I saw you look at the sign to get 82.
I did look.
Yeah.
I did briefly
saw
look.
that.
It's kind of that's my first time.
It's a good thing I changed the marquee tonight.
I saw you change it.
You would have said 81.
No,
probably.
No. Nope.
You just always give me shit for looking at the sign.
I'm sorry, man.
Some for forgetting ass
I apologize.
bitch.
Are you sure I looked? I think I was looking.
Yeah.
I just glanced at
I saw you.
My cup was over here, and I was like,
it wasn't.
it's just a little low.
No.
You know, that's all. That's all I was doing.
That's it.
The only excuse I'd believe is if you said you thought you saw a dick over there.
Oh, I thought I saw a dick. My dick. It's so long, I just thought it was over there for some reason. I was like, how did it get over there?
We all know you're lying.
I know.
Tater tot.
Tater tot.
Episode 80 dick.
80 dicks.
Yeah. What?
Whoa.
What's up, everybody? We're back. I'm going to say
Bush
it
Studios.
That's
We
right.
got a special guest in our studios tonight.
again. We got Gabriel back. PHATZZ BBQ.
Setting the record
What's
now.
going
Back
on,
in Gray
everybody?
Bush Studios.
What is going on, man? That's
5
right.
times. That's the 5th.
5-time champ, baby.
Damn,
5-time
he's
champ.
got the belt, dude. You know what I mean?
You got the
He's
belt
holding
right
that
now.
fucking belt down.
It's all right. You know what? If anybody wants it, they can come and get it.
Yeah,
all they
motherfuckers.
got to do is show up.
Yeah, that's all. That's all.
Yeah, just come through.
Come on
man.
through, bitch.
That's right. Fast
Yeah.
barbecue. Bass barbecue, not Old Falls, man.
Boom.
And the official sponsor of the Jeff and Greg podcast.
Come on now.
Dude,
Yeah.
hell yeah.
Come on. now.
I
You
can
know what?
almost smell the barbecue in here.
I love when Gabe comes around because it's always it's just like
It seeps out of him.
It just permeates.
it's
just come
seeping
out. Yeah.
from your
Oh, it
pores.
smells like brisket in here.
Oh, bro.
What if they turn that into like a fucking
Dude,
like a perfume?
If it was
or
a
cologne, I mean.
fragrance or something like that, I mean, I'm telling you right now, I'd wear it all day. Well,
Dude.
I do.
You do wear it all
I
day.
do. Yeah,
I
no
think
doubt.
we're onto something.
Yeah.
We should come up with our own line of cologne, like man scents, bro. Like
That's right,
grass
dude.
clippings,
Grass, barbecue,
fucking barbecue, cigar smoke.
tequila.
Oh,
Yeah.
tequila.
Oh wait, no,
Yeah.
that might get you in trouble. Be
Tequila
Like,
vomit.
you get pulled over on that for a speeding ticket.
The
or
cops are
something.
like, I
"You been
smell,
drinking?
I smell booze. No, man, it's
My
my,
cologne."
it's my
cologne.
fucking.
Yeah,
Oh, we
pull
need
out
to-
a bottle.
Yeah,
Yo.
Cuervo. It'll be them little shot bottles with the pump in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little Patron bottle. Like
It's really tequila
man.
though.
it's just real. This is cologne, bro. Hell yeah, dude. What other scents could you have, dude?
Oh, all
Like
kinds, dude.
Oh,
Like
man, like car scent, like
Oh, yeah.
like motor oil or something like that.
Gas-
or
gasoline.
like fucking
exhaust,
pure leather.
burned rubber,
Pure
Yeah.
leather.
Yeah, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like
leather.
yeah, like
Leather's a.
like the car
That
seats,
sounds
like
gross.
the fucking sweaty leather seats.
Have you ever smelled those fucking? Do you guys have like a million of those fucking wax melt things around your house?
Oh my God, the Scentsy deals.
The Sensi's and all that.
Oh yes.
We have
Yeah.
some. I
The
don't have. I
candle
wouldn't
warmer.
say.
Yeah. When my mother-in-law moved away, she had this fucking drawer. Like she must have just bought every time anyone said you want Sensi's, she just bought
I'll
them
take
all. Yeah. Yes.
Yes, I want all.
And there's a fucking leather one,
Yes.
scented one, and it smelled fucking horrible. It smelled so fucking
Does
horrible.
it smell like fucking
It smelled like real leather, but it was like, you know,
After they used it like a dominatrix, it's like fucking cum, sweat,
That's
and
the last
fucking
thing I want
leather.
It smelled like, but yeah, I was going to say,
Yeah.
it smelled like sweaty leather. Just,
Yeah. It's like, dude, like this fucking leather smells like it's been used a
it
thousand
smells like
times.
the inside
Dude,
of some
hey,
shaps.
Are you guys cooking Colt's jacket?
It's like, fuck, man. I don't want my house. I like the smell. I like to walk into like a leather spot, you know, and you like a leather
Oh,
shop.
yeah, like
or,
a-
real
real leather.
fresh
when you
leather
smell
smells
like that
great,
real leather,
You
yeah.
get in a Cadillac or something, just
Yeah.
all you smell is leather.
Yeah.
I mean, that smells great.
yeah. But I don't want my house to smell like it.
No.
Well, you don't
No.
want, you don't want to be like, hey, well, my house smells like I burnt my belt.
Yeah,
Leather, huh?
rawhide.
That's a man.
Rawhide, dog bones.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Fuck yeah.
I would buy those colognes.
There's like ones that smell like animals, like cat dander
No.
or like dog fur.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Gross.
Just spraying it in your.
Like spray in your face.
You know what cologne would get all the ladies though?
Huh.
If you had a puppy breath one.
Oh yeah, great.
Oh, dude, that
Hey,
sounds.
wait,
Fuck, who doesn't love puppy breath?
I got it.
Oh yeah, puppy breath,
I'm
dog.
already on that shit.
There it is. There it is.
Puppy breath.
Oh.
You're just like dumping it on you. They're like, why does it smell like
Fucking-
fucking puppies in
It
here?
smells
Like,
like ass.
heck. No, it smells like fucking
Puppies, not
somebody
ass.
breathing on me. Like, what the?
I'm trying to think of other scents, but I think we pretty much
I
did
think we
it.
did it all. Yeah.
Old
it is.
leather couch. No.
No.
Beer farts.
Beer
Oh
farts.
my
The
God.
beer-
What about the couches like somebody died in? Like.
I don't think you want that to be your
No.
smell.
Can we have death, please?
Just
No.
people are avoiding you. Like, why is everybody avoiding me? I guess that would be kind of cool because then you could just go
Yeah,
about your
if-
day and
if you
nobody
just
would
want
talk to
no
you.
one to fuck
Yeah,
around
like
with you.
don't even fucking.
Yeah,
look
but
at me.
then you would also be known as that guy that smells like death.
Yeah,
You know what's? I drive
Like a
a
rotting corpse.
the Reaper.
garbage truck,
Yeah.
and
He'd be like just like home.
Yeah,
like during the summer when all the kids are out of school and stuff, kids just come running out to the curb to watch you dump the trash. You know,
Yeah.
it's so fucking cool to them. And the question that always surprises me, and there's always some little girl in the group. They're like, "Does it stink all day? Like, do you just smell garbage all day?"
Yeah.
Like,
Like, well, it
Sometimes.
was directly behind me.
like, it's your fucking garbage, little bitch.
you little bitch. Hey, is your mom around? Because you're a fucking cunt.
Jeff's like, I tried that. I have all these restraining orders now, so it's weird.
Yeah.
So strange.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Apparently, people don't like being called fucking bitches.
You can't call 6-year-old girls a bitch.
Yeah. It's frowned upon. It's weird.
I just denied it, but they don't believe me.
Right? Something about they had it on camera
Yeah.
or something. I don't know. Who believes that, right? It's Photoshop.
Yeah.
Wasn't
Photoshop.
me. Wasn't me.
Wasn't deny, bro.
Deny, brother.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Damn, man. So what's new, man? Anything?
You know what? What was going on last show? Oh, you know what?
We had just got back from the fair. That
Yeah,
shit's-
but I was going one more day.
You did
I was
go one
going
more day.
time. I was going one more time to finish my checklist of foods that I had missed out on.
No way.
Yeah, man, I finished out we went 4 times this year.
What?
Yeah, 4 times.
To the fair?
Yeah.
Man, I didn't go once.
What?
Yeah, I didn't go one time.
Dude,
Y'all
I'm usually right there with you, man. I usually don't go, but
Well, 2 of the times were strictly just my wife and I, just to get some food. But
Right.
I heard that outside the fair, a whole bunch of food vendors showed up.
yeah, there's that's been a thing lately. Is there's food vendors all around outside, catching people walking
just a
in.
limited number gets inside, and let me tell you what, they get full so fast inside, man.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you're waiting for some time and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Oh well, years ago, bro. Do you still do BJ's Bayou?
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, years ago, before they have a booth in the fair now.
right.
Well, they've been for several years now.
Yeah.
But years ago, when I was selling that route, I was talking to those guys, and they were telling me how hard it is to get a booth into the fair because they only have a certain amount of spots, and somebody has to drop out for
Right.
you to get their space, and
Yeah.
it's expensive
Yeah,
to buy that plot.
And you have to be able to sustain what they're gonna have
Yeah.
there as far as people goes.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So and they won't just pick just anybody. They have to know that you are going to be able to cook enough food for everybody every single day.
Right.
You know, so you got to verify your inventory and all that stuff. I
Yeah.
you gotta show
Yeah.
'em.
I'm sure
For a week's
But-
worth of inventory, do you have to show them that, or
Well,
do you have to show them?
You got to let them know that you are going to be able to provide food for everybody
Yeah.
all week long if you're going to get into the fair.
Right.
Right.
Because, like you said, there's only a limited number of people, and someone's got to either die or drop out.
Right. Right.
Yeah. And it doesn't happen very often because
it
the
doesn't.
booths that are in there have been
They've
there forever.
Yeah, they're pretty standard. Now, that's been one of my goals really, is to get into
Getting into the fair.
The fair 1 year, just 1 year. So
Right.
it's all I need, man.
That shit
Yeah.
would make you so much
You
money.
know, we've been talking pretty steadily about the fair for like this will be the third episode in a row.
Right. Right.
And I'm sure people that are not from around here don't fucking get it. We
Yeah.
probably, you know,
They're like, man, they don't have nothing else going on in life but the
right.
fair.
Yeah, let's talk about the goddamn fair. But I found an article. It wasn't a local thing. It's from some website. I can't remember what it's called. But it lists the top 10 state fairs in the United States, and the Eastern Idaho State Fair is ranked number 2.
Shut
in the
up.
whole country. Dude.
Really?
Yeah, number 1 is Arizona State Fair. Number 2 is Eastern Idaho State Fair.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. So
That's fucking crazy.
So that's why we talk about it so damn much.
Yeah.
because it's something to fucking talk about.
yeah.
Because it's the second best state fair in the whole country.
Yeah.
So fuck
And-
you, cunt.
And number four is the Western Idaho State Fair in Boise, and it's tied with Albuquerque, New Mexico for 4th place.
Wow.
So
Look at that.
What's
2
number
of
3?
the top 10
Two.
are in Idaho.
Yeah.
What's 3?
Those are
Mississippi.
both state fairs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Both of our state fairs rank in the top 5.
Yeah.
yeah, man.
That's
So,
fucking crazy.
so last week you asked how we get those big acts like Brett Young and
Right.
Old Dominion and,
Yeah.
and Gabriel Iglesias. That's
how,
why.
It's the
Yeah.
second best fair in the country.
Right.
So yeah,
That's how you
That's
fucking
what
do
it
it, man.
yeah.
You know? Offspring was the biggest fucking pull they had this year. It was fucking crazy.
No,
So many people.
no.
Man, I
wasn't.
really wish I would have went though, because I all I wanted was fair food, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Dude, fair food.
What's your jam there? What's your thing? What do you go for?
You know,
We'll make this quick, everybody.
I like the tiger ears, of
Oh,
course,
yeah.
like everybody else.
Right.
Standards.
But I really don't have a favorite fair food. I just go to whatever's heck is on my mind at that moment.
Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah.
And so I just look for something. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I also cook for a living.
Yeah.
So
You know what I mean? So I'm very picky.
Right.
Now, if you're gonna go there and you're gonna minute rice something, or if you're gonna, if it's a food that it's you gotta cut corners to prepare it, I'll definitely put that outside of the box, and I'm not gonna choose that.
Right.
Yeah.
I want something authentic, something
Yeah.
you take time to cook. You know what I mean? And
Right.
you really,
Something special.
yeah, something, yeah, and that's what I look for. Whatever booth I feel that might be, more authentic.
Right. Right.
Than all of them. That's what I go for. 'Cause
Yeah.
Nice.
authenticity.
I bet you would have liked that crazy corn nachos.
So
No, man, probably so.
it was so good. So real quick, and then we'll get off of this. There was because I wanted to mention this while Gabe's here. There was a food booth that hasn't been here before, and it was all barbecue. It was all about barbecue. They had chicken plates and rib plates and these big this fucking huge combo plate, dude.
Right.
It looked so good. But they won one of the awards for the best fair food, and it was this smoked bacon mac and cheese.
Nice.
And the pictures they posted looked. When you saw it, you're like,
Just
"Oh shit!"
Right.
So I went and got one, and it was nothing like the picture, dude.
Right.
And it wasn't even that good. Like
Really?
it was
Mediocre.
okay mac and cheese. It was supposedly smoked. I didn't get any
Not
hint
one
of smoke.
wisp of smoke. I got more smoke flavor than that. mac
Fuck
and cheese
yeah,
had.
it does.
Right.
And the picture showed all this fucking bacon all over it. All that was in it
Like three-
was some
three
of
little pieces.
No, it was like the fat chunks off of the bacon. It was like
man.
mixed in, like you couldn't tell there was any
Look,
bacon in it.
Look, Jeff.
It was
That's
bullshit.
That's why I put so much time and effort into my business, because
Right.
you know what? What you see is what you get with FATZZ BBQ.
Oh yeah.
And like you notice them, and you
Oh, yeah.
guys eat at other places, man. And like with this particular one, they had those pictures and it sounded great. Then you go get something, it's like, what?
Yeah.
And
This thing-
so what I wanted to get at with this was I had no idea what I wanted to eat at that moment. Like I sort of already had done what I wanted to do, and this place was new, and it was touting that
Right.
it was so good, right? And so I get up there to get this mac and cheese for my wife,
Right.
and I noticed that they have pulled pork sandwiches, and that's my weak spot, pulled pork, man.
Is a business.
And so I was like, you know
Correct.
what? Hit me with that pulled pork sandwich, and I got it, and it was probably one of the worst things I've ever eaten at the fair.
No way.
Sorry.
It was
Seriously.
like it wasn't pulled by the way. It was like sliced. It was like thin sliced,
Fuck you.
and it was like broken up after it was sliced,
Yeah.
and
Dry.
it was dry. There was no flavor on it. I had to
That's right.
cover it with barbecue sauce.
That's because people do not in this entire state of Idaho.
Right.
Okay, people have cut so many corners when it comes to cooking, and then not just barbecue.
Right.
When it comes to cooking, you go to any taco truck, you go to any Mexican restaurant, all these corners are cut because people around here, that's what they want.
Right.
People around here think that barbecue sauce is barbecue.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's why you got that dry ass sandwich with, you know,
No,
you
cover it
you
in
had to
sauce.
cover it in sauce.
Yeah, yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And because people don't take pride in what they do, they want to make money,
Yeah.
and they want to, and people cut all these corners because you know what they did? They oven baked all that stuff. They didn't smoke nothing. They didn't take time to put it on a barbecue pit.
Right.
And that's what you get. That's what you get.
Yeah.
And I hate it because that's what kills people's palates when it comes to certain foods.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's corners like that are
Right.
Can't
And
stand
and the booth that does not cut corners in that respect is Billman's.
Yeah. Oh, they were up there. Matter of fact, he called me while they were up there cooking and stuff.
Yeah.
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 We talked about it last week. I had their
Ribeye steaks.
ribeye steak
Oh,
sandwich.
no, let me tell you what, James Billman, they get it. They
Yeah.
get it, man. Billman's gets it, brother. They get
Yep.
it.
Jesus, dude.
Yeah, I just can't quit thinking about it.
Fuck.
Oh man.
So what do we get? What do you guys got coming up in your lives here in the near future? Anything?
Well, dude, check this out.
Anybody buying a hot rod or anything like that?
No, so
Are you putting?
I
street
got my
pipes?
eyes on something, man. I've been wanting to hit it up with you guys.
What's
See
up?
what you guys think.
Uh-oh.
A fucking completely robotic kitchen.
What?
Yeah.
Each
I wanna
one-
get a-
everything automated.
It's gonna be. They have it. It's already out.
Yeah, it's
No.
called the
They ha-
Jetsons.
It's like a fucking robot arms come down, right? And
Greg Jetson.
do you know how fucking badass that would be if they did a theme song about me?
That actually would be pretty freaking
Yeah.
cool. Actually,
I would be like, yeah, duh. Of course I'm Greg Jensen.
Of course.
It's all Greg's a bitch. Boom, 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 boom.
You know what?
Boom, boom,
Why do I have to be?
Why gotta be a bitch, dog?
What? Why I gotta be a bitch, dog? Huh?
Oh man.
You just invented the Jetsons, dude. That was fucking 50 years ago, 60 years ago.
So another big announcement that I got,
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
and it comes with a heavy heart. I sold my '65 Chevy pickup.
Oh, you sold it.
I ended up selling it. But on a positive side, I sold it to a 15-year-old boy.
Oh, and then he got in a wreck.
No, who came with his mom and his dad, and it's his very first vehicle that he's buying.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And he wanted to buy it because he liked the way it looked. You know, they were going to do some upgrades to
Right.
it, you know, brakes and some things like that.
Right.
But he wanted something cool.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? And then I also took the liberty of telling him, hey, well, just so you know, before you receive this truck spent its entire life being cool.
Yeah.
Running a nice 327, beating people down the road.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Racing and stuff.
Yeah.
This truck spent its time barbecuing, listening to oldies, and being a bad motherfucker.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And so, you know, it made me happy that I was able to pass that truck on
Right.
to a 15-year-old boy who's
Right.
going to do some upgrades to it and drive it and be cool in it.
Yeah.
And then he also knows that it was a badass truck
That's
before he
cool,
got
eh?
it. You know what I mean?
Right. Right. Right.
It went, and now it's down in Preston, Idaho.
Right.
They sent me some, you know, updates on it and stuff like that, and it's like it literally was like watching my child go down the road and leave my house.
Yeah.
I wanted to cry, dude, so bad. It hurt so bad, but at the same time, you know what? I was I kind of wanted to go on to a different project. And
Right,
try
right.
something different. You know.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so the '65 Chevy is down in Preston, Idaho now, but like I said, on a positive note, a young man gets to be able to have a cool truck. And,
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
That is pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
Yeah, what at least it's not, most kids their first car is like a fucking like a 96 Nissan Altima, something really
something,
plain and boring.
Yeah, and this guy got a 65 Chevy, a C10, you know what I mean? And like I said, it was a pretty badass truck, dude. So
See, I think my dad, when we first moved out here, he bought like a 67 Chevy. And on the way out here, he had just got a new fucking motor in it. He had it all primed out, and they were just getting it down here. The kid that they had driving it wrecked it twice on the way down because it was snowy conditions.
oh my god.
So he fucking wrecked it once, and he just he dinged it up a little bit, but then he fucking wrecked it again,
really
later, and fucked it up real good.
Oh my god.
And then he just fucking spent all this money on a fucking brand new engine. So my dad was all fucking bitter about it. It just sat in our yard for forever after that, and then until he sold it. But yeah, that's the only time I never got to drive it because it was already fucking wrecked by the time they got out here.
Yeah, that sucks.
And I was in the Navy, so.
What was your first car
My first car
that
was
you
a
owned?
1999
Oh,
Chevy
99.
Corolla.
Really? That was your first car?
Yeah.
What was your
A
first
Chevy Corolla isn't a thing.
What is it?
car? Toyota.
Toyota Corolla?
You might have had a Chevy Celebrity or something like that. Or
Chevy Cavalier?
Cavalier, that's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, everybody had a
I had
Cavalier.
a Chevy Corolla.
Yeah.
Like, damn, that's custom as fuck, dude.
Yeah, bitch.
350.
Mine
Big
was,
block, motherfucker.
That's right. What was your first car?
Mine was a 1984 Chevy Cavalier.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah. It was $1,200,
Right.
and it was white, and it looked like a grandma car, and I fucking loved
When
it.
did you learn how to drive?
Put a system in it,
And it ran like a champ, I bet.
dude. It was a good car. I loved it.
My
You
very
learn how to drive when you're 15?
I went to driver's ed when I was 15.
I
yeah.
didn't learn how to drive till I was 20.
You know what my first car was?
Really?
Yeah.
My
Poor folk,
My
baby.
first car was a 1976 Firebird Formula with T-tops.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
I bought it when I was 15 years old working at McDonald's.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah.
And it was a bad car, dude.
Nice.
Had a punched out 350, and it just ran good, dude. That motherfucker was badass.
Damn. Yeah, my Chevy Corolla had a punched out 50.
Got a punched out 702.
112 horsepower.
Yeah. It's got 36 horsepower, man. It was every bit of it was badass.
It was fucking 50 horsepower. It was.
Now,
Zero.
hey, let me tell you what, those
It was
Corollas
bored out and
probably had
shit.
about 100 horses or something like that.
Yeah.
They didn't have
It
nothing.
did 0 to 60 in about
37 minutes.
42 seconds.
42 minutes? What are you talking about, dude? I don't think I ever got
it
it up to
didn't get
60.
over. It didn't get over 45.
Had to take the back roads everywhere because they couldn't get on the freeway. It goes too slow.
I love those cars, dude. My favorite
Yeah.
cars because you get to see the America, man. You get to see all the back roads.
Oh, yeah. No,
Yeah, I
man.
mean, I loved my car though.
I
I was
couldn't-
so happy.
I never had. I
Me
took
too.
driver's ed when I was in
I
high
almost
school.
killed
But,
one of my girlfriends in my car because, like I said, I had T-tops in it.
right.
Yeah.
And one night, we were hauling ass down because I lived in Ohio, and we were out in the country and stuff.
Yeah.
So we were hauling ass down the road one day. T-tops were out. I'm probably doing 100 down a country road. One of my ex-girlfriends, she stands up in the passenger seat. Yeah, sticking out the T-tops and stuff. And at the last second, I remembered that there's a little tiny jog in the road. And I'm like, oh, crap. And I'm like I said, I'm doing about 100 down the road.
Yeah.
And it was literally just like that. And
Yeah.
she almost flew out of the dead car. So I grabbed onto her and pulled her in. Because she literally almost flew right out of my car. Dude.
Holy
doing
shit.
about 100 down the road. And that jog in the road was just literally just
Yeah.
a little tiny bit, man.
Yeah, I play that.
At that speed, though.
I play that trick
Yeah.
all the time when I'm driving. I'm like, oh shit, and I grab them and like, oh,
Save them.
like I
Save
save
their
them.
life?
Throw their head in my lap real quick. Like, oh,
Come
we
here.
almost crashed.
You need help breathing?
I just saved you.
Suck on this for air.
This is your oxygen tube. It gives you life.
For some reason, whenever I think of anything like that, I always think of that scary movie. That part where it's like that dude is like feeding her a hot dog.
Yeah.
You know
He's
that
all-
part? And he's like putting it, she's like trying to take a bite out of it and he's like putting it in her mouth. It's just so stupid.
I just saw that movie the other day. My strong hand.
My strong hand.
Dude, I fucking
He's like
love it.
stirring the mashed potatoes with it, and everybody's all, oh, fuck.
Right.
You
And
feel
he's
it
all
too.
like sucking
You feel
his
it
fucking
too.
head,
How
dude.
you feel it too when you watch it. How
Yeah.
fucking gross you,
Yes.
grossed out you'd be.
Because all you hear is the sound of the food.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds so gross.
And everything looks so good, and he's
Right.
stuffing the turkey with his fucking hand.
You're like, they're probably so hungry,
Yeah.
and then they're like, fuck.
Yeah,
No,
fuck.
I'm gonna drink water.
I remember that fucking movie.
Oh shit.
Man.
Take my
Hey,
strong hand.
So my youngest son turned 6
Wow.
on the 4th.
Yep.
Yeah, so that was nice.
You start making him work yet?
Oh man, he'd been working.
Oh yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Man, let me tell you what.
Gotta pay that
boy
rent,
right
motherfucker.
There, that boy right there, man. He's the biggest brat in the world, but he's the baby of the family, so you got to make him the biggest brat. You know?
Right.
No, yeah, we've got our youngest is 7, and it's like that. Like all the other kids are always like, "How come he gets away with so fucking much?"
You know what? My son said the same thing.
Yeah.
Oh, Dad only loves Adonis because he's the youngest.
Yeah.
Now he just happens to be the baby. I got to take care of him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hear that all the time. They're like they're looking at me like, "Why did you?" I'm like, what? He's cute.
He don't get in trouble.
Yeah.
You know, I get it all the time, bro.
Yeah.
That's what happens,
All the
dude.
time, man.
Sorry, man.
Like, I
not
said,
much.
like, look, I didn't make him the baby. Well, I kind of did make him the baby, but I didn't put him in that order.
Yeah.
That's why I killed my youngest, man. Fuck it.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? So now I just have 2.
Oh.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, dude.
Killer.
Kill it, bro.
Dark.
Gotta kill those fucking young ones, man.
Dark.
You know? I can't be.
I don't
can't
think
be
you got
showing
to.
up.
I don't think you got to.
Well, I
You
mean,
don't have to. Yeah, you don't got to kill him. But geez. Sometimes you get on your fucking nerves, man.
yeah, shit, man, dog.
Okay, so
What's up?
another thing this week was 9/11.
Oh, yeah.
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 I almost
Yeah.
forgot
Yeah.
about it.
Everybody
I was-
remember where there was,
I
where they
actually
were?
was going to ask you about that.
Yeah,
Because it looked like you posted a picture
yeah,
of November the 11th, 2001.
yeah.
And so I was going to ask you, so that means that, is that when you enlisted? Was it after September?
No.
11th?
I was already in.
Oh, okay.
So when that
Yeah,
happened,
man, tell. Let's say like where you were, what was going on
Yeah,
when that
let's do
happened,
that, yeah.
because for everybody else, we were just like I said, I was at home tying my shoes,
Right.
getting ready for work, watching it on the news,
right?
and like, oh my god,
Like,
what's
oh
going on?
shit.
Yeah.
So
But
what
you were
I was
already
actually
in the
military.
you were in the
Yeah,
mix.
so we had left for like a 2-week deployment. I was in the Navy on a giant fucking carrier.
What carrier were you on?
The U.S. The CVN 74 John C. Stennis.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
My uncle was on CVN 65.
Oh, right on.
The USS Enterprise.
Okay. Yeah. And so we were out doing carrier quals, just trying to get certified and whatever. Before every huge deployment, they have all these steps you have to fucking check off, So
Yeah.
you go out for numerous different times to get, qualled, to get everybody's certified and everything's ready to go and it's all tested up and shit. And so we were out doing that for fuels, our fuel division or whatever. So we were in like middle of the week, we were in like middle. Week 1 was down, we got 1 week to go, and then this fucking shit happens where a plane crashes into the building. Like, what the fuck is going on, And I was working, so I had no idea what this was all going on. I was down in the pump room, blah, blah, blah. Fucking, the second plane hits, and then the fucking guys come down to relieve us, dude. Like, dude, you guys, we're gonna
You know what's going on?
Yeah, like, what the fuck? Like, do you guys hear about what's going on? We're like, what the fuck's going on? Like, 2 fucking planes just hit the towers, dude. Like,
you were
it's
out in the middle of the
yeah,
ocean.
we're in the middle of the fucking ocean. Then one of the planes hit the Pentagon,
Yeah.
and we were out there by Washington, So,
Oh, okay, you were in Atlantic.
Yeah.
On that side, okay.
no, on that side. We were on this.
that's
other
it.
Oh, on
Atlantic.
Washington State.
Yeah,
Okay, you were over on this side.
yeah.
Washington D.C. or
Yeah.
Seattle, Washington.
Seattle, Washington,
Okay.
around
gotcha.
there. So we were just up and down the coast. We ended up
Following.
staying out for like another fucking month, just because that.
After
Yeah,
September?
yeah. So we were out for 2 weeks, but then we ended up just extending it out for like another month.
On patrol and stuff,
yeah.
yeah.
But we weren't ready to go on like a huge cruise or nothing like that. So they brought us back, and when they brought us back to the base, like everybody's all, we're fucking going to war, and like we were already talking about going to war anyway, but like the whole fucking base was like locked the fuck down. Like
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
completely
I remember
different.
that time,
Yeah.
man.
The whole base was locked down. There used to be all these different ways in. They had on lockdown to one way in,
out.
one way out, and then they were doing like either we were getting bomb threats or they were doing bomb drills like every fucking day, dude. It felt like I was like, you'd either be stuck on the fucking boat or you'd be stuck off the boat, but you couldn't go on when they were doing these bomb fucking things, and you were like, fuck, dude, you know?
Yeah.
And then we went over there. We went over there and we bombed the fuck out of them. We just relentlessly bombed the fuck out of them. The moment we got over there.
I remember that.
Yeah.
The shock and awe.
Yeah. Yeah, we bombed the living fuck out of them.
Yeah.
All they would play on the fucking decks were these fucking videos of the planes just dropping fucking bombs all day. That's all they played. And you would just fucking be like, damn, dude. Like, it just, like these huge, you could see it in the black, you know, the black crosshair. They're flying over something and it just, bam, dude. Just huge fucking explosions. And we get like these on-reps of missiles and bombs. And they would lock down the whole fucking hangar bay for like the whole fucking day while they were doing it. They would just, because it took so long to load all the bombs on, then they have to fucking drop them to the bottom of the ship or whatever. And it would take all day, dude. And we did that several times because that's how many bombs we were fucking dropping on these guys.
Yeah, it was
They literally never stopped flying. Once we left past San Diego, they literally never fucking stopped flying planes. They were flying planes from the moment we left the harbor all the way until we got back.
Wow.
Yeah. Never stopped, dude. There's always a plane in the sky.
Where were you at?
Yeah, I was getting ready for work. I remember I told Greg this earlier. I had to be to work at 8 a.m. and I was at home I've always watched the news. Like it was just, I just put the news on and I'm getting ready for work in the morning. I just had the news on. I'm sitting there. I remember I was sitting on the end of the coffee table, tying my shoes, watching the news and the first plane had just hit, so it was breaking news. It was like, oh shit, what's happening?
Right.
And at that time, nobody knew what the fuck was happening. We still thought it was a freak accident.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I'm sitting there tying my shoes, and then I watched the second plane hit live, and that's when you're like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
This wasn't an accident.
Yeah.
And I just remember going to work like, I remember thinking, this is the only thing we're going to hear about for...
Ever.
Who knows?
Yeah.
And I remember thinking, I wonder how many days in a row this is going to be like the headline. And it still is. It's still fucking Afghanistan, all that. Like, it's still...
Yeah, we're still
that
there.
shit
now.
is still in the
18
news.
years
So.
later, we're still there.
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
It's really
Crazy
surreal
shit.
when you look back at it and think, man, I fucking lived through some crazy shit.
Yeah,
You know,
great
like,
times, man.
Yeah.
yeah.
And what's weird is what annoys the shit out of me, and I don't even let it get in my head.
Right.
But what annoys the shit out of me is when you hear the conspiracy theorists and stuff talking about that it was fucking inside or shit was fake about it. Like
Right.
I don't whatever.
Yeah.
If it wasn't, it doesn't make any difference. Like it doesn't change anything. But
Right.
I can't stand listening to that
whenever I
shit.
hear that stuff, I tell me, you know what, mental illness is a real deal.
Right. Oh, yeah, dude.
Okay, because you gotta be some kind of crazy.
Well, yeah.
Tell that to the people that were there.
Yeah.
There's enough people that watched it happen.
Once you talk to the families that lost loved ones,
Yeah.
There's enough people in the rubble that watched it with their own fucking eyes
Well,
happening.
let me tell you this: there's enough people in the rubble that we still haven't identified that
Right.
know that happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know
Right.
what I mean?
Those same
So-
people that claim 9/11 the fucking inside job are the same people that are like, flat Earth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
they're
So
idiots.
it's kind of like, all right.
They're dumb.
Yeah.
Bravo.
Yeah.
I was living in San Antonio, man.
What was that like?
I was living in San Antonio when that happened. I was working at this place, L&H Slaughterhouse.
Okay.
Well, of course, it was Slaughterhouse. We took care of all the freaking beef cows, man. They'd come in, and
Right.
my job was to put a bolt through their head.
Right.
Oh, you were the axe man.
Yeah, dude, that was the best job, most gratifying job I ever had in my life. I tell you what, satisfying job ever.
Never leave there all fucking sad. You're just like, this is my fucking boss.
Boom.
Bat.
All day long, as I did, just
Yeah.
and the head suspended from the ground. It was almost like one of those Halo guns.
Yeah.
Comes down, it has a little cone on the end of it.
Right. Right.
And you tap that cone right there, dude, and just all you gotta do is just set it on there, and that thing. Have you ever watched No Country?
I was
for
just
Old
gonna
Men?
say it's that piston
It's the
shit.
same thing. Yeah, it just comes out.
Dude, God, I fucking love that movie.
That movie is
love that
so
movie. That
fucking
movie is
brutal.
sick,
Dude,
That fucking movie is so good.
That's one of my all-time favorite.
That
movies.
is one of the best
one
movies
and
ever made.
Fucking Way of the Gun, dude.
No,
Have you ever seen Way of the Gun?
Have you ever seen Things to Do in Denver when you're dead?
Nuh-uh.
You gotta watch it, dude. For real, it's a great movie, man. It's some mob guys.
Right.
They fuck up a job, and it's just it's really cool, dude. If you guys like those other movies,
Yeah.
Things to Do in Denver When You're Dead is a cool,
Nice.
great.
We've been so busy lately that we've already decided that this whole next weekend we're doing nothing. I'm sitting on the couch and
Nothing.
watching movies.
That's it.
I'm not doing a goddamn thing. So
There you go.
That is
I need
one
movies to watch.
I absolutely would recommend Things to Do in Denver When You're Dead.
Hell yeah.
So,
Oh, yeah.
so I'm working at L&H Slaughterhouse in San Antonio,
Okay.
and going about your daily routine. You know,
Right.
we'd go in at 6, 7 in the morning. About 6:30 is when we'd clock in, and then like an hour after we clocked in, everybody's just getting to work and stuff, and then people will come in. Oh man, some idiot was in a plane and they crashed into one of the high-rise buildings in New York City.
Yeah.
Oh, big fucking idiots!
Yeah.
You gotta be so dumb.
Yeah.
Big old building. How you gonna hit it? Blah
Yeah.
blah. And then when the second plane hit, they had a big old announcement on the
Yeah.
freaking loudspeakers. Hey, we're being attacked by terrorists in New York City. Everybody head to the freaking break room.
Right.
And they sent us all to the break room, and then we were still on the news, of course, and that's when we found out what was going on. And they sent everybody home.
Yeah.
Let's go home to be with your family. But it's a military city too.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so they send everybody home to be with their families and stuff, just to see, make sure everything's okay.
Right.
I'm like, do we get paid for this? What's
Right.
up?
Yeah.
But that's what I was doing, man. That's
Right.
what I was doing. And I ended up going home, and then that's when you started seeing everything else on the news, coming up and stuff
Right.
like that.
Wasn't that the craziest fucking time?
It was.
Like,
It was like almost surreal.
Yeah.
It was just surreal because when that happened, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure it probably happened with you guys. Everything stood still.
yeah. It's like
Everything stood
everything
still.
stopped.
Yeah.
It was weird when they told us. They're like, yeah, there's something fucking going on. Like 2 planes hit the fucking house. And we all, you know how the military is. Everybody's always fucking with everybody.
Yeah.
So we're like, stop fucking. Stop.
Well,
Right.
Yeah,
I'm sure
it's like,
it was.
stop
I'm
being
sure
a
it was a
fucking-
whole nother level being on
Yeah.
an aircraft carrier
Yeah.
out in the middle of the ocean.
It was so weird
we
because
we could watch it on the news
Yeah.
and know it,
Happening. You
see
guys,
everything
you're
going
like,
on.
You know what? That is old news.
yeah, they were just
Wow.
like, yeah, 2 planes hit the fucking towers and we're fucking being attacked. And I was like, what? What the fuck? And I didn't believe them at first. I was like, what the fuck? We went upstairs and they had like this little ass TV like in our fucking little office place. And they were playing, the fucking smoke was like rolling off the buildings. And we're like,
yeah.
oh fuck, dude.
It's really happening.
Yeah, like this is fucking for real. And then like the captain came on and started talking about like we're gonna be out here for a while. Fucking blah blah blah. This is the situation, and like it got
And it
real
just went
serious.
From there, yeah.
Just got real fucking serious.
Crazy, man.
So you were out in the Pacific Ocean.
Yep. Just off the
You were
coast.
here, and
Yeah.
I was in San Antonio, Texas at that time.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
That
Yeah.
is-
Well, you know, I don't know if you guys have seen them.
Were you in Idaho already?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
You're not native from here?
I was born here, but we my
You were
my
raised
dad
there.
was in the Navy,
Yeah.
and so we moved around.
Oh, so
a
you
lot.
were a military child too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we moved around a lot. We came
When
back.
did you officially move back to Idaho Falls?
We came back in '94. I was
Oh, okay,
14.
Wow.
Yeah. What was I going to say? Oh, I saw these posts this week about like I wish we could go back to September 12th.
Yeah.
Like when everyone was together and we weren't thinking about Republican, Democrat,
Right.
and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And that and it's so true.
It is.
Like the way the way the air felt was different.
Yeah.
Nothing mattered except for we're American and we're going to be this. We're going to
Yeah.
do this together.
Yep.
Yeah.
100%. I've been reading those posts too, and I think about that day.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? They're 100% correct. I wish we could go back to that day because the entire country, it's like there was nothing politicized, nothing political. It was just about healing and finding out what the heck was going on.
Right. And
Yeah.
what's our next step? Like, what do
Yeah.
we do?
You know, there's a
How do
funny
we make the people pay for what they did to us?
there's a crazy story of because I listen to so many podcasts.
Right.
But what's the Family Guy name? The guy that does Family Guy.
Seth MacFarlane.
Seth MacFarlane.
Right.
There's a famous story about he was in one of those places where the planes left. He was out partying all night, and he was supposed to be on one of those
One of those
planes
planes.
that crashed. But
He
but
missed it 'cause he
but
was out
he
partying.
missed his flight. He missed his flight that morning, and it was supposed to be in one of those
Wow.
airplanes. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really? Seth MacFarlane?
Yeah,
Really?
he's
That's
got the
crazy.
ticket stub and everything.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah. But he's like he doesn't dwell on it and talk.
Right.
But he's told the story and like how insane would that be to be like,
Dodge a
why did
bullet?
I miss that airplane?
Yeah.
Why did I just
Because I
that
like
day?
Literally.
Because I like to party.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
just like had a. He was hungover,
Yeah.
slept in, missed the flight, and
Good for him.
now we have Family Guy.
Yeah.
We got Family Guy. We got American Dad.
Fucking
Does he
Cleveland
do-
show.
Cleveland
He does all those?
Oh yeah, that's all him, bro.
Jesus.
We got that one. What was that one movie he made about the Western movie?
Oh yeah,
Million Ways to Die in the
Million
West.
Ways to Die in the West.
Yes.
Whenever the block falls on it, he's
Fucking-
like, oh, I didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
The one where he's the little downy bear,
Yeah.
whatever that's called.
Oh, Ted?
Ted,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh my God, I forgot about that one. That's right, dude. And there's two of those actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That shit's
He's a-
crazy. He's been in a lot of shit, man.
Yeah,
He's in
a-
that new show.
He's a super
Orderly?
fucking, he's
Oh.
a super fucking talented dude.
Yeah, he is. Very talented.
Yeah. Can you imagine a world without the South? I mean, almost-
Family Guy and
Family
Cleveland
Guy.
Show and all that stuff. No, I couldn't.
Every once in a while, I'll turn on Hulu and
I mean,
watch
who
some
doesn't like
Family Guy.
hearing Meg getting made fun of? I mean,
Right? I don't know. What, my kids are texting me about shit. Like,
I don't care about your crap.
Yeah, like, why?
talk to me.
Shit.
Oh man. So what else is going on? You know what? What the weather's starting to change. We're
Man.
starting to get that change happen.
That
Dude,
Christmas?
It literally happened from one breath
It
to
was
the next.
one day.
I
Yeah.
took a shit and then
It was 90
wow.
degrees
Yeah.
one day and it was 55.
Yeah, the day that we took our whole family to the fair, it was
100.
the day before Memorial Day.
Right.
It was Sunday,
Yeah.
and it was 97 degrees that
Yeah.
day.
And you guys
And-
were like dying and
Yeah.
shit.
The next Thursday, my wife and I went, and it was like 86 degrees at like 7 o'clock at night.
Right.
And we're like, why is it so fucking hot?
Yeah.
And then like
And then you
2
wake
days
up the
later,
next day. Yeah.
it's like smells like it's gonna snow. Like
Yeah.
you know, there's that smell.
It's
Yeah.
already, it's already
There's like-
snowing
there's
up in Jackson.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's that cold smell.
Fuck
like
you.
Yes, you
when
can
you'd
smell it.
smell
You
it when the
can.
winter's coming.
Yeah.
Like winter's coming.
Yeah. Fuck that
And
shit.
it's getting down into the low 40s at night.
Yep.
Man.
But we're still in that weird limbo where it's still supposed to get into the 80s this weekend.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then it'll drop to the 40s.
But then it's going to get in the 40s at night. And yeah, it's that time, man.
That time of
It's-
year. But you know what? I love this time of year, man.
Me
you get
too.
to wear hoodies. You get to wear, sweaters and jackets and
Yeah.
stuff. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had several days this week where I didn't even have to put my sunglasses on because it was all overcast.
Right.
Love those
man,
days.
you know what? There's
I like when it's, like,
there's
sunny.
never a day that I don't wear my sunglasses.
I like when
You're
it's.
wearing them right
I'm
now.
wearing them right now.
We're
That's
in a
right.
dark
I wear,
basement.
I wear them 24/7, dude.
You wear 'em in the shower, in the sleeping?
I do.
I like when it's sunny, but it's not hot. Like 70, 75. But
Yeah.
it's like clear skies.
No, I like the sun and everything, but I like those days when
when
it's
the sun's
overcast.
not really doing shit.
No, I like the days when it's overcast and dark and gloomy. Just once in a while, just to break it up.
Not all, for 5 months straight.
No, no,
Like it's coming.
no. I know it's coming.
Yeah.
But I like it when it breaks it up a little bit, like in the middle. You're like, well, every once in a while you get that dark day in the middle of all the heat and the bullshit.
Yeah, it's not. But what I'm saying is I like those days when it's just 70, 75, and it's not hot.
That's a perfect day.
and
right
it's
there,
just
yeah.
like there's a couple clouds hanging around in the sky, but it's fucking just clear, like for the most part clear.
Yeah.
And it's just
Today was a great day.
Yeah, today was that day.
Today was perfect. Yeah, yeah. I was gonna say,
today is
was-
that day, dude. Like
Exactly.
it wasn't hot.
It wasn't hot. It wasn't cold.
Yeah, it was just fucking
perfect.
dude. You can roll down your window and just fucking have your arm out the
Hey,
window.
My mom lives down in Laredo,
Yeah.
which I call the freaking the butthole of hell.
Dude, I was just gonna say that. Go ahead.
You know?
Yeah.
So she's telling me how hot it is down there, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh man, you know what? It's 75 degrees today. It's perfect.
Yeah.
Or whatever it was.
Right,
It was
yeah.
perfect today.
I don't even know what fucking was. It was fucking
She's ready
perfect
to
though.
hang up on my ass right now. She's over there, literally having an argument with Satan.
Yeah.
About how hot it was,
Jesus.
and
Yeah,
the son
that-
of a bitch won because it's still hot.
It's fucking
Dude, I
like
went down
Arizona and all that area down there. It's just like
I tell my mom all the time.
120 degrees.
I'm like,
Like,
"Ma."
what the fuck are you doing there still?
Yeah, I'm like, Ma, how the hell you like living
Yeah.
down here at the end of the earth?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me right now?
Fuck.
Move.
It's like the pools are like still
But
80
you know,
degrees.
it's
so hot.
It's the house that my dad built for her and stuff.
Right.
And, and
Right.
so she's like, well,
Yeah.
so she's gonna stay down there forever.
Right.
Although, I think she should move.
Right.
I think she should move for real. But what do I know, right?
It's all good, man. It's all good, baby.
But hell yeah, dude, it's hot as shit down in Texas right now.
Isn't it always hot there?
Oh yes, there's two temperatures there. hot as shit and not so hot.
Fuck.
Fucking A, dude.
Yeah,
Why
one
is
of my best friends lives in Jacksonville, Florida,
Right.
Man, my brother lives down there too. He lives in Orlando.
and we lived there for about 4 years when I was growing up. but
Jacksonville.
in Orlando.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
He more specific, he lives in Sanford.
Sanford, Florida. That's where I.
Oh,
that's
okay.
where I
Perfect.
was. Yeah, Lake Mary, Sanford, Florida.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway, so I talk to him all the time, and it'll be like super cold here, like dead middle of winter, and he'll be like, he'll send me a video. It's like 80 degrees. Like,
Yeah, asshole.
He's like, I wish it would cool down. He's funny though. He like loves it when it starts getting cold, or
Yeah,
or
yeah.
when there's a hurricane or something. When the weather gets
Yeah, it's-
cooled down, he loves that shit.
Yeah, I would too. I mean, you're down there in
Yeah.
the pit of hell.
Yeah, it's so.
Plus, it's just so
It's so
fucking crazy down there. The
it's
people are
humid.
fucking insane.
And then Florida's like its own country. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. It's,
Yeah,
it's like
fuck you,
Every
Florida.
crazy person in the world is like, hey, I guess we're going to move to Florida.
Every
Yeah.
fucked up thing that happens
Yeah.
in the news, you're
Florida,
like, it's
man.
probably
It's Florida's fault.
Yep.
If it's not Florida, it's meth
Yep.
from
From Florida.
probably pills from Florida.
Yeah, no doubt.
Holy fuck.
Hey, so I mentioned earlier, I'm getting some loyalty cards, man.
Oh
Getting
shit.
some punch cards, yeah, for the PHATZZ BBQ. And I really should have done it a long time ago. I mean, I got a lot of loyal customers who order from me on a regular basis.
Right. Right.
And so now it's going to benefit them.
Yeah.
Now, when the punch cards are going to be, you buy 5 plates and the 6th one is free.
There you
And
go.
so, it'll give you some incentive. You get some free food, man. You get
Hell
free food.
yeah.
At the end
Hey,
of the
you know
day.
what? You know what? We talked about this a little bit a couple of weeks ago, but we should come up with another contest like we did when we first started
I
out.
literally just had a conversation before I got here about that exact same thing. I was like, man, we haven't had a contest since my the drive to 1,000 likes.
Right. Right.
I'm almost 1,700 likes now.
Damn.
Yeah.
There
Right.
you go.
Yeah.
Let's have another one for 2,000.
Let's
There you
let's
go.
see if we can get you to 2,000. Let's come
I'll
up
tell you
with
what, and here's what we're going to do. We'll get to 2,000 likes,
Right.
okay?
Okay.
Let's see. What did we do last time? We did last time
Gave
by
away.
by the weekend, right?
Yeah.
So let's just say, we're going to chop up a little bit here after we're done.
Okay.
Yeah.
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 This, but
Iron out the deets.
yeah, and so I think maybe we should do something like, hey, let's have a contest for the next week or two.
Right.
Next week, let's do it for next week for real, because
Oh,
it
yeah.
doesn't take long. When people get going,
Right.
get to 2,000 likes, and then we're gonna put, like we did last time, a list. We'll get all the names out of everybody
Yeah, yeah.
who was liked,
Right.
from number 1 all the way to 2,000,
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
and whoever's picked, I will cater a birthday, a baby shower
Oh,
of
shit.
some sort.
I
Yeah.
hope I
It's
win.
a $200 package.
Right.
Okay, and it comes with like a whole tray of pulled pork and 2 trays of chicken,
Yeah.
and it'll cater a birthday party. I mean, this is what people buy for baby showers and
Right.
for birthday parties for whatever on a regular
Yeah.
basis.
Yeah.
Right. Right. Right.
And so the winner will get that.
Oh
That'd be cool.
shit!
That's a good value.
You heard
Yeah.
it here.
Yeah.
The winner will get that.
That's
because
exclusive.
I hope
and,
I
and let me
win.
tell you what, people love barbecue, man. People love barbecue, and that's a great deal. That's a great deal, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who
And
doesn't?
I'll
like
tell you
barbecue?
what. One of my favorite things in the world is to
Communist.
give away food, man. I love feeding everybody.
Right.
And you know what? Matter of fact, we did the Alzheimer's awareness about 2-3 weeks ago.
Yeah, over at the
Yeah,
Gables.
they had a drawing there for PHATZZ BBQ, and the lady won 6 barbecue plates to feed the whole family.
Yeah, that's the smart move because then
Heck
they
yeah.
forget they won. You know?
Well, she didn't forget.
Like what happened?
What happened?
Yeah.
That choking over here.
That's good marketing, bro. You
That
know?
is good marketing, dude. It didn't work.
She
You
remembered
go to
though.
an Alzheimer's thing, everybody fucking
Everybody
wins.
That's right.
They just don't.
You
Hey,
fucking
you won.
You won, man.
5
Woo!
minutes later, they're like,
Hey, can
"Where
I get
am
a
I?
ticket?
What?
Can I buy a ticket?"
Hey, I'll be selling raffle tickets all day there,
Yeah.
bro.
He just has all these fucking raffle tickets, bro.
There's the ATM.
Have you bought a
mach-
raffle ticket
There's
yet?
an ATM
Hey,
machine.
and there'll be a
Oh, no,
winner every single day.
Yeah, dude. Every 5 minutes, fuck it.
Hey, that's right. You gotta call in.
Yeah.
That's so funny and fucked up at the same
At the
time.
same time, I know, dude. I know. But it was a lot of fun, man. They had They had some acrobats doing some performances there. I don't know if you got a chance to see them when you came by.
No.
But they were doing, they were throwing people in the air and doing all of this. Man, it was so awesome. Bouncy houses and had, some other raffles and stuff going on and stuff. But I was able to give away some food there, and also donate to the Alzheimer's awareness as well.
Oh, that's
Oh,
nice.
shit.
Food that we sold. Yeah, for every plate that we sold, they just asked that we would donate $1 off of every plate that we sold.
Right.
And when we donated 2 off of every plate.
Nice.
Yeah.
And so it was a real nice donation that we gave to them, and it was fun. It was fun.
Yeah.
That's my favorite part is interacting with the community and giving back, man, giving back.
We
I love that too.
we famously did the Relay for Life this year.
Yeah,
and
a lot
that
of
was my
fun.
favorite part of it, dude. Was hanging out at the tent and like making people those sandwiches and
Yes, and talking to them and
and
just
yeah, that was so much fun.
it is.
I loved
It
it.
was a lot of fun, dude.
It was.
I can't wait to do something like that again.
We've already got our team set up. We're gonna do it again next year.
When is
so-
that? When can you start
Right
doing
now.
the money thing?
Right now.
We can right now.
Yeah, we can start raising money for next year's team.
Nice.
Right,
That's
right
what I'm
now.
talking about.
It actually September 10th was the day that it rolled
rolls
over.
over.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, yep.
Dude, that's perfect. I was
We're
just
already
thinking about that
registered
today.
for next year.
You gotta hit me with the information.
Another thing. Here's another thing we're gonna do with PHATZZ
Yeah.
BBQ. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's another thing we're gonna do. It's that time of year. Okay.
Rap battles.
Let's get. Why don't we feed families in November and December?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so what we can do, and like I said, we're gonna iron out the details. But I personally would like to be able to maybe provide a nice barbecue style dinner for somebody who, and otherwise wouldn't have any other dinner.
Right.
We'll find 5 families that we can do it in November.
Oh,
and 5
yes.
families we can do it in December.
Dude, that's awesome. You know what? Bing bang boom. Because last year was the first year we've done it, but last year we did a Secret Santa thing.
Yeah.
And we picked a family that had nothing, and we were able to raise like $600 for this family. We gave them Walmart gift cards. We gave them cash.
Yep.
We gave them
Let's
all
work
kinds of
into it.
shit, man.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and-
let's
and-
do it.
Let's raise everything we can, and let's just divide it up into amongst the families that we're going to do.
Yeah.
I personally will donate 5 whole dinners for 5 families myself,
That's awesome, man.
and for Thanksgiving and for Christmas.
Damn.
And that's what I'm committing myself to today.
So to be announced, we're gonna iron out the details.
Yeah, we're going to iron out the
Yeah.
details, but
Yeah.
you know what? And for everybody out there listening, just send in who you guys would nominate.
Right.
Just give us nominations. Give us family members or names of a family or people that you think that would benefit from this. You know what I mean? Just tell us who it is. We got 5 dinners that I'm going to donate, and then plus whatever else we can come up with.
Right.
We'll divide it up amongst the 5 families, and then and whatever we can do for them, man.
Yeah.
Love it.
I love it too.
And so,
man.
like I said, just people out there that are listening, send in nominations to the Jeff and Greg show. Send a nomination. Let's just keep it in one area. And can we send it all to you guys?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Okay, cool. So we'll do it all in Jeff and Greg's messenger. If you guys have any kind of nominations, send them all to there. That way we can start compiling that list.
Yeah.
And who knows, man? We might get enough folks out there that are contributing that we might be able to do more than 5 families.
Yeah.
Seriously.
I was honestly surprised last year when we put it out that we were going to pick somebody to do a Secret Santa thing for, and I was surprised how much was donated
Yeah, there's
to
a
us
lot of love
and
out
how much we were able to raise with all the other donations and all the other stuff going on around Christmas time. We were still able to. We changed we changed their holiday.
Yeah.
You gave them a holiday.
Yeah.
You helped contribute to their holiday.
Right.
Absolutely, man.
It
changed
wasn't
the
a
whole
selfish thing either. We just we just wanted to help, and
Yeah.
we did, and it was awesome.
Absolutely, man. And you know
It
what?
feels good, too,
And that's
right?
just something
Yeah.
that I'm always want to be doing with PHATZZ BBQ.
Right.
Is what we're talking about right now.
Right.
That's my favorite part, man.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I
favorite
always say
part.
that's my favorite part of anything is giving back to people.
Absolutely, man. This community has made PHATZZ BBQ what it
Yeah.
is for me.
Right.
And then that's just that little tiny slice of it.
Well, fuck, it's made Jeff and Greg.
yeah,
you know?
and they've also given me a comfortable place to live. This
Yeah.
community. I've never had any problems with any. I lived here almost 15 years.
Right.
Never have I had an issue with not one person in this whole town.
Right.
Yeah. It's
I
a good
love
community.
this community, man.
We've said it a bunch of times. Like as much like, you hear people bitch and moan all the time about fucking living in a
Falls
small
sucks.
fucking Idaho Falls.
But you know
Right.
what? They ain't going nowhere.
No.
They ain't going nowhere because
And I
it's
can't think
great.
of anywhere else that I would rather raise my family. It's
Didn't this make it also in the top 10 list of places to live? I think,
Yeah.
you know, I mean,
it's
or at least
it's
the
a-
state. I mean, it's a
it's a
great
good
place.
place.
It really
It
is a
is.
great
I
place.
want to
man.
live in the Bahamas.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Why? Is there something going
I'll
on
tell you
over
what. I'll tell you what. I got some land to sell you.
Hell
you
yeah.
can you can build up anything you want, man.
Yeah, man.
No, seriously, you want to buy some land?
No. Shit, I can barely fucking pay for the land I got.
Pay for the land I got now, right?
Shit.
Oh man. So speaking of owning land, crazy segue. I read a story this week about this this neighborhood where they have a homeowners association.
Oh shit. Okay.
You know, one of those kind of
Do
neighborhoods.
they put one of those? What are the lists called together? Where it's like a
You can do this and you can't do
yeah.
that.
What's it
crap.
called? What are those lists? It's like a
Fucking
ordinance.
dumb.
I think it's here in Ammon.
It's like an
Bullshit.
ordinance list,
Yeah,
right, or some
probably.
shit like that, or like a.
I don't know what I call it. Bullshit. That's
Yeah,
what I
yeah.
call it.
They're
That's
bullshit. That's exactly what it's called. Technical term for it is bullshit.
fucking bullshit.
Right, right.
Fucking tell me how I can.
Oh,
do
like a
shit on my
coven,
own.
right? Like a
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a coven, yeah.
So I've never understood how this shit works, and actually my mom is going through some stuff right now. She owns a condo,
Right.
and you know it's like one building with like 4 fucking things connected. She owns it. She bought it. She owns it. She owns her little piece. But if they decide that they need to do the roof, they can come after her. They're like, hey, you got to pay $3,000. And she's like, what? Why? Or
I've got $3,000
Yeah.
laying around.
all of a sudden they told her that they're gonna redo the siding, and it's gonna be this much, and you're like, what? I don't want to pay that much. Anyway, so I heard about this neighborhood where the homeowners association it's in California, of course. They're not allowing people to park their own cars in their driveway unless their garage is full. So if there's an open space in your garage, you have to park
You're
inside your
mandated.
garage.
You have to put it in the garage.
Yeah, that's part of their HOA is saying you're not allowed to park in your driveway if
Do they
there's
make-
an open
you know what?
space inside the
When you
garage.
move in somewhere, do they go over these rules one by
Right,
one, or do
right.
they just give you?
They
hey,
have to.
Here's a list. You know, go over it and make sure that you
Here's
know
our
this. but
here's our manual, and I've never understood that. I still don't understand how that is even a fucking thing.
on one side of it, you gotta look at it like this. There's always two sides of every coin, right?
Right, right.
On one side of it, they're just trying to make their neighborhood look streamlined. You
Right.
know, clean and very streamlined.
Right.
They're thinking property
And,
tax.
and that's what they're thinking about, keeping the property values up. There's not a whole bunch of junk out in the yards and stuff like that. So you got to look at it on that side of it.
Right.
Yeah, I see that.
And on the
I
other
get
side
it.
of it, you're just like, fuck you.
Yeah.
You know what? I want to park my car in a driveway. If I don't want to pull it all the way into the garage, guess where it's going to go? Right there in the driveway. I don't care how many spots I got inside.
Right.
So you're looking at it from both sides. You're like,
Yeah.
But then again, I would take it like if you're gonna move into a fucking place like that, you're looking at that before.
exactly.
That's not- I don't think
that's
they
something-
spring
that's
it on
something-
you at the
That's
end.
something you know going into
Yeah.
this whole
They don't
deal,
just
yeah.
like, oh, guess what? I forgot to tell you. You better
Yeah.
park that shit inside, bitch.
I
What?
just
right.
I just
What?
don't understand how there's. I don't get it because
No,
you own the
I know.
house, you own the land.
Now you got
How
people
do
telling you
you
what you can
have
and can't
someone
do.
telling you you can't put up a fucking wood fence? You have to use vinyl. Like, fuck you! It's my shit.
Subdivisions,
That's
man.
so
And
crazy
they
to me.
want to keep, like I said, they want to keep them all cordial.
I would
all
never in a
organized.
million years live anywhere with a HOA.
Yeah. Is
Never,
that what they're called?
ever.
HOAs?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a homeowners association.
Okay,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
My parents bought this big giant mansion in Rigby.
Right.
Hey,
Did they have one too?
do they want to adopt anybody? I'm trying to, you know.
Well,
Yeah.
it's not theirs. It's not theirs anymore. They got divorced and sold it. But yeah, they lived in that. They dealt with that same thing. My dad ended up being the president of the homeowners association, so he was the one being like, "Hey, you can't." So he would tell me these stories, and I was kind of like, "You're a fucking dick."
Yeah.
Like, fuck you,
Right.
fuck
So
you.
you're the asshole. we're
You told
talking
them they
about.
can't have red roses. They can only have yellow fucking roses or whatever. It's
Yeah.
like, I don't.
Like, what?
I can't.
Is that one of the
understand.
rules?
No.
No,
I
but
just
oh,
made
as an
that up.
example,
But,
yeah.
but like someone was trying to build like a cedar fence. They couldn't build a cedar fence. They had to use white vinyl fencing. Like it was the only thing allowed in the neighborhood.
Oh wow.
Like why?
So did the guy already have all the materials and shit?
I don't remember the details,
Streamlining
but
it, brother.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Just-
Cookie cutter.
I
you know
will
what I mean?
never ever put put myself in that because
And that's
it
one
would
thing,
drive
and
me goddamn
absolutely,
insane.
That's absolutely one thing you're gonna always know going into a deal.
Right.
See, I have a
Is there an HOA?
Yep.
All right, well, bye.
Yeah.
I have an uncle in town that owns a jewelry store. So he lives in a pretty
Where's the jewelry store?
it's a pretty fancy neighborhood. It's the big one.
Oh yeah. Nice.
If I said the name, you know
Yeah.
who it is. Anyway, I was talking to him when I went into his store one day, and he was telling me about how, he lives in this the neighborhood he lives in is ridiculous.
Right.
I bet.
And he's telling me how he pays this certain amount a month for HOA fees. Is a ridiculous, like $700 a month
It's more of people's regular rent.
Yeah.
just for the HOA fees.
Fuck you.
A month?
Yeah,
So-
and this is to cover like they hire someone to come plow their private roads and
That's
stuff.
$8,500 a year.
Fuck you.
Right?
That's
But-
$8,500
And he was complaining they pay
a
they
year.
pay this much a month for their
Yes, fuck
homeowners
you,
association
money. That's what that
fees,
is.
and they don't even come plow the roads. And he was venting. He was mad because like they pay this much a month and
Nobody's
and
doing
they
nothing.
don't even use the money for what it's meant for. And
Wow.
yeah,
I'd be complaining to somebody.
you'd
Yeah,
think.
for sure.
But the houses that like their house is pretty goddamn amazing.
Right.
But some of the houses that surround them are like brain surgeons, and you can't even picture these houses in your
Yeah.
head. You're like, how is this in our town?
Right.
Right? How's this even possible?
How is this even possible?
Is
that
it on the
someone
hill
has
or
this
what?
kind of house?
Yeah, probably
It's,
Loma
it's just at the base of the hill, but yeah, it's out in that area. Yeah.
Wow.
Like, fuck.
That's fucking crazy.
Those houses out there are fucking.
See, that's what I'm talking about, dude. That's where I want to end up.
Yeah. Yeah. I've been steadily climbing.
That's what I want.
Been putting away $20
I want
a month.
barbecue to get me there.
$20 a month, man. I've been saving up
Oh man.
since like last week.
Like, I'm almost there.
That brisket's gonna take you up there.
It is, brother. It is, man. I'm telling you. One of these days. Look, I'm 100% positive. I got $1 million laying out there right now. $1 million, man. Just got to put it together.
Hell yeah, you do.
Hell yeah, I do.
Hell yeah.
I will say this. There's not one barbecue restaurant in the entire Tri-County, and then let alone the whole entire state that cooks barbecue like PHATZZ BBQ. Not one. I don't care where you go.
Yeah.
You can go anywhere. Now, there are a handful of ones that are fairly okay.
Right.
But if you start getting into their barbecue,
Right.
you'll start seeing corners cut.
Right.
And that's where I think that's what's going to catapult us into the forefront, because we don't cut corners.
Yeah.
We don't. When it comes to barbecue, I don't cut nothing. I'm telling you right now, I keep it so legit. I don't even hardly trim no fat off of nothing.
Dude,
Because
that's
when
my favorite fucking part.
When you barbecue, that gives it 90%
That's
of a
where
flavor.
it's
That's
at,
where
right
everything
there.
just comes down through and saturates it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know? And some people will cut all that off and they'll do this, and they'll have it in the smoker for a little while and then they'll bake it or do something. There's just a lot of corners that are cut, dude.
Yeah.
And I don't do that, man. That's what I think. Like I said, I think that's what's going to catapult us to the forefront. Eventually, that's what we're going to be.
Hell yeah.
Man, I don't think we've talked to you since you catered my work party.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
But oh man, everybody was raving about it all. And you know what? My favorite part of the whole thing was like 2 days later, I went in and I opened up. They keep like a bunch of bottled waters and stuff
Yeah.
in the freezer, and I opened it up, and one of your big trays was in the fridge, full of pulled pork. And I was like, I'm taking some of this, and they're like, oh, just take the whole thing. So I took home
Yes, I got a whole tray.
yes.
Yes.
I fed the family for like 3 nights on your fucking pulled pork. I was so
Yes.
happy.
Hey, let me tell you another thing that you can do with that pulled pork. You can fry it on the skillet, and you can make carnita tacos.
Oh.
It is the business, bro. And
I just laid it all over my wife.
And then you have.
Just,
Well, you can do that too. He's like, I had myself a.
just a fucking buffet. Just
Okay.
laid it all over.
Do you put any barbecue sauce on it?
No.
Just.
Yeah,
Wow.
Go
Do you heat it
down.
up at all? Do you like?
But
Just
yeah,
cold?
man.
Well, it got warm.
Oh, the friction, huh?
Oh, friction.
Woo! Man, it's getting hot. I'm hot right now. Fuck.
Son of a bitch.
Jesus,
Oh,
bro.
shit.
You're making me fucking hot as fuck.
I know.
Damn. Talking all dirty. Talking all talking about that business, the other kind of
man.
business. You know what I mean?
I'm telling you.
Yeah. So, Greg, we've talked about it several times, but it's finally coming next week. Is the Rambo's Last Blood?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, dude. That's
Can't
out
wait.
next week.
You know,
Fucking It Chapter 2 is out this week.
You know what you should do?
Yeah.
Get yourself going with the Rambo freaking marathon and watch all the Rambos, and then go watch the last one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Just so you know, and you're fresh in your head where it stopped.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't want to go too deep on it because we went pretty deep on Rambo a couple weeks
Right.
ago, but so fucking good.
Hell yeah, dude! I
Dude,
love
they're
those
so good.
movies. Yes.
They're so good.
Yeah.
Yes,
um,
I love
The
that
last
series,
Rambo
man.
he made was fucking
It
ridiculous.
was so good. But
He
I
cuts
think
that fucking dude in half
I
when
think
he's
I'm-
getting up on the gun tour. He's all, his guts just fall out. I'm like, holy
I think,
shit.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
so it other movies we're I think we're taking the at least the teenagers
Right.
tomorrow to go see the It Chapter
It.
2.
dude, fuck. I want to go see
I
that
want to go
shit
see
so
that
bad.
one too.
Yeah.
I want to watch
that
the
one, yeah.
original It,
Yeah.
the first one of the new ones, and then
Right.
watch that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
That's what-
honestly haven't even seen the first of the new one yet.
Really?
Yeah, I haven't seen that one yet either.
So fucking good.
I hear it was.
Dude, the one on TV was when I was young when I watched that shit. And I'm not.
Stephen King.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was so into that shit, man. And then my wife she's a huge Stephen King fan. Oh shit. It's over there.
It's
Yeah.
not it's
Is that over here?
Sorry.
some technical difficulties.
Oh, they're messing everything up, bro.
The beautiful thing is it doesn't go through to the recording though, so it's just in our ears.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Anyway,
You know what's
go
cool
ahead.
though is my wife's a huge Stephen King fan, and at the end of that remake of Chapter 1 or whatever, I looked at her and I was like, "What did you think?" And she's like, "I liked it. It was pretty good." And I was like, "Fuck yeah, it was good." You
Yeah.
know. But I watched the original, and they were able to put like more shit in it, and like it was just
I
today's technology and
I
shit.
like the detail that they put into Pennywise.
Oh
And-
yeah,
and on this new one.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah. Pennywise
I
is
love
ridiculous.
it.
Creepy as
Cause,
fuck
'cause
looking.
the original one was pretty damn creepy.
Right.
But this remake of Pennywise was freaking spot on. It was
Yeah.
pretty
Yeah.
badass.
You remember watching that original one because it wasn't people think it was a movie, but it was a TV thing.
Yeah.
It was a TV.
movie.
It was
Yeah.
a 2-day TV series.
Yeah, yeah. It was like what, like 8 hours or something.
Yeah, it was
6
like-
hours or some shit. It was
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. And I
You know what?
remember,
Another one that was long. The Stand. That shit was like
Oh,
fucking
dude.
huge.
That one,
Yeah.
what was the other one? Labyrinth? No. What was that one that Stephen King had when in the sky?
The Langers. The
Langoliers.
yeah.
Yeah,
that was another one.
crazy
They
one,
had
dude.
like 3 of those ones
Yeah,
that were huge.
yeah, that one was another crazy one, dude.
Langers was weird because at the end of it was like all these weird things were like
all these
different.
crazy things.
Yeah,
Stephen King, man, let me tell you what, his mind was just.
dude. Have you ever
Crazy.
read any of his books, man?
Yeah,
He
I
has
love reading his books, man.
had some dark shit in there, dude.
Yeah.
Some dark shit.
Yeah.
Like woohoo.
One of my favorite things in the world to do is read books. Man.
Yeah,
I love reading books.
Yeah.
And I feel like, you know what, if you don't read books, you're missing out, really.
yeah. If you don't read books,
'Cause
you're a bitch.
You're cutting off your freaking imagination, man.
Yeah.
Well, you know what, Jeff?
What
we're
if-
not, we're not pointing fingers.
what if wait. What if
Okay.
you listen to audiobooks?
That
Okay,
counts.
that counts.
Okay,
Yeah,
because
that
I
counts.
listen to some audiobooks.
There you go.
That
Crazy.
counts
Yeah.
because that still gets your mind going.
Right,
That's still-
right.
You're still living in that book.
So I'm not gonna lie. I haven't sat down with a paper like turned
Turn
pages
pages and
in a
stuff, yeah.
really fucking long time.
Right.
Like a
To go through line by line and
really
read it. Yeah,
long
yeah.
time. Other than last year, we read.
Christmas Carol.
I read the kids' Christmas shit all the time, but
Right.
what the fuck was it? Oh, we
Insurance papers.
Yeah,
my
man,
life
man.
insurance policy. I read that just to make sure, you know.
I'm not getting screwed.
No, the kids' school last year had some little fucking novel that we had to read as a family, and
Right.
so I read some book last year that was like we had to actually turn the pages. But I know what you're talking about, and maybe it's the same thing though. I don't know that it's any different when you're reading a book, but or when you're listening to someone else read the book. But it's crazy how much it's like a movie going on in your head.
Right.
Exactly.
And I love
That's
that.
what I love it, dude.
So yeah,
Like
I've listened to
like
so many books.
when I read the book The Outsiders, I read that probably 5 or 6 times before I ever watched the movie.
Right.
One of my all-time favorite books in the world
Right.
is The Outsiders, because of that same reason.
Yeah.
I remember reading it when they got to a fight in the park, and then when they almost killed him, and then when they had to run away to go to church, and when it caught on fire, and then the big rumble they had, and all of those things.
It's crazy how
it was so awesome to read it, because in my world, I kind of knew what it was like to be a greaser. Because
Right.
it was that one, the group that people didn't really hang out with
Yeah.
too much, because they were the bad guys and
Right,
stuff.
right.
And so I related to that book a lot, so much, man. It was one of my favorite all time, and I'll read it right now if you give me that book.
Right.
it's crazy how like in your head you make up what the characters look like, and you make up like, and for somebody else it's probably a completely different thing.
Have you ever been disappointed with like reading a book and you're like, damn, this book is so fucking good, and then they make a movie of it,
It ends like a bitch. Oh,
and you're like, what the fuck? It's like
No, I
nothing.
haven't.
They cut like shit out of it, or like they ruin it, or like
I haven't listened to enough books to book say, no, the book was better. No.
I hate to be that guy, but there was this book called Ender's Game. It's a sci-fi book or whatever. And they came out with a movie, and I was fucking super excited because I was like, this book is so fucking good. And it just was like, it was fun to read, So I thought the movie would be like fucking amazing. And it was just dog shit.
Yeah, I
like
read
they
another
just
one.
they just cut parts out, and like they shorten it, and like they just change the ending, and you're like, what
Dude, I
the
hate that shit.
fuck?
I was reading. What was the name of that book I was reading? I think it was called Hustler.
Yeah.
And then the porn came out, and it was totally different from the story.
Oh, right.
I hated that crap. I'm like, you know what? You guys gotta be the same as the book.
Yeah. It's like, this isn't how it finished.
That's not how it finished.
This
damn it.
isn't how this guy finished. In the book, it was like,
Bukkake.
yeah. I am so disappointed in this
These
fucking
people
book.
just got in the car and left. That's
Yeah.
weird.
Goddamn hustlers.
Stupid Hustler and Penthouse.
Oh, shit.
Those were the days, dude. I remember.
The pages all sticking together.
Dude, I remember having to hide a freaking one of those magazines from the whole world and God.
Oh yeah.
And God, please, Jesus, don't let anybody find this book.
Dude, oh my God, I had
a stack of books, dude. I'll tell you right now.
there's two things. There's one thing that everybody always talks about, but there's two things. Everybody had that friend whose dad had the subscription to Playboys.
Right, or Penthouse or something. Yeah, mostly Playboys though.
I had a friend whose dad had a subscription to Playboy.
It had the literal collection of every one.
Yeah,
right?
I remember he had a whole stack in the top of his closet. But if you went into the parents' bathroom, they had the little basket of magazines, and there was always the new one was in there. So it's like, yeah, I'm gonna go in the bathroom. Oh shit! But everybody found one. Everybody found a porno like in the woods, or somebody. Everybody found a fucking. I had. Oh shit! I found this one time. Jenny McCarthy.
Yeah.
Remember Jenny McCarthy?
Oh yes.
One of her Playboys was coming out, and I
We're gonna go to Scott's house.
I had a friend who had an older brother,
Right.
and I was like, "Yo, dude, will you go buy me the fucking Jenny McCarthy issue?"
Right.
And so he went to Hastings. It was fucking Hastings, and he brought me that Jenny McCarthy fucking Playboy. Oh my god!
Dude,
And then
she was like perfect in that motherfucking
remember
issue,
Jenny
dude.
McCarthy way back then?
Dude, Jenny McCarthy was always badass.
Yeah.
And so in the house I lived in with my parents that I grew up in,
Right.
my dad had down in the basement, he had it was like an unfinished room, and he had sort of made it into a wood shop.
Right.
But it was, the ceiling was unfinished, so I could go up in the rafters, and so I would go like right there.
Right.
I would go to the edge of the room, and I would hide stuff on the ceiling of the next room over in the fucking unfinished rafters.
Right.
And I think I might have told the story in here once before, but I came home from school one day, and my dad was home, and he's like, "Hey, Jeff, come here for a minute." And he had like a little home office, and he sits me in the chair next to him, and He reaches in his drawer and
Pulls out their freaking magazines.
slaps down my Jenny McCarthy Playboy on the counter. And on top of it was this folded up piece of paper. And as soon as I saw it, I knew exactly what it was.
Yeah.
Oh, crap.
But there was this girl that I liked that lived near one of my cousins.
Yeah.
And I'd go over there all the time, and like we didn't do anything, but I probably wanted to.
Right.
And so like I had written down this, like I had made up my own like crazy story, like with our real names in it.
Nuh-uh.
Just this fucking super detailed story. I hadn't even seen a titty in real life yet.
Yeah.
But I wrote out this.
You did all of these extravagant things.
I wrote out
and
this
shit.
long detailed story of just
Oh
fucking
my
every
God,
detail
dude.
about just fucking every detail, bro.
Right.
And it was folded up and it was up with this little. And my dad was, he must have been, I don't know why he was
Yeah.
doing something, but he found my little secret place. And I sit down at the table and he slaps this Playboy and this folded up piece of paper next to me.
And you're like, crap.
And he's like, it's quite a story. It's quite a story. It's quite a story you got right there. He's like,
I finished 3 times just trying. I was only halfway
Last
through.
time we did that
he's
story,
like,
you know that.
he's like,
All
I'm
these-
glad you got the Jenny McCarthy one. Because, woo, I've been waiting for that one.
Yeah.
He's like, so, how much of that story is true? And I was like,
none of it.
nothing.
Yeah.
It's not, nothing at all.
Yeah.
Like, I was so fucking embarrassed.
Yeah.
And he just took it. He took my Playboy that I paid for, and my little note, and he like folded them in half, and he just dropped it in his garbage can in the office.
Right.
And then we had a little talk about whatever. I told him no, I haven't done anything.
Yeah.
It's just a some fantasy thing I
you
made up.
and stuff, yeah.
And so the next day, I went up in there for some reason, and I saw it sitting in the garbage can, and he was gone for work, so I'm like, fuck it.
I'm taking this shit back,
Took
dude.
this shit back.
Hell yeah.
That's bad. I didn't even
And I
ask
still have it. No, I'm
you. I was
Oh,
gonna
fuck
say-
you, Dad. I still got that shit.
actually, you know what? When my wife's father passed away a few years ago,
R.I.P.
R.I.P. We found when we were going through things, we found an old box, a cardboard box, full of Playboys.
Yeah.
Tons of Playboys.
Holy
And I
shit.
Jenny
think
McCarthy
I
was
think
in there.
that one is in there. Honestly, I think it's in there. We had the box is probably right behind that curtain. I still have them all, but
Greg,
Nice.
let's go look.
What are we waiting for?
I might still have that one actually. But
That's so crazy.
that's
How fucking insane. He just he knew you were going to fucking get it back. He's just like,
he's like,
That's
I'm just
why he
gonna
did
sit
it.
this
Yeah.
right here.
yeah. See me throwing this away?
He's all, your mom
and he-
made me do this.
Yeah, that probably was the case, dude.
Your mom
Did-
made
did
me
he-
talk to you.
Did he ever question you about, that his garbage can be
Never
empty?
heard a word about
Not
it
a
ever
word.
again.
Where'd you hide it at the second time?
Same place?
I
Probably the
just
same
probably found a
place.
better. I probably found a better place.
Like under your pillow.
Hey, I was going to say under the mattress or some shit.
Yeah.
Like the rest of us.
Yeah.
Was your room just full of stiff-ass socks everywhere?
Everywhere.
You could, build, a fucking fence with them?
He's like, my fifis were everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. This tube sock's just sticking straight up like ghosts.
Oh shit. Well, Greg. Oh, what
I
are
was
you
going to say, I
think?
keep forgetting you and I have the same phones.
Oh, the S10.
Same S10 Plus.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
and they're blue. They're exact same
the
phone.
same color and everything.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
I upgraded and got the watch too.
I want to do that too, man. Well, actually, I'm going to do that when I upgrade to the Note 10.
Oh yeah.
You're going to get the Note 10?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I've always wanted the Note, man. I've always wanted the Note. And for me, I think it'll really help me in a lot of ways in my business and everything else.
Right.
Oh yeah. No, that's crazy how much stuff they do.
Oh, man.
So Greg, we talked about the weather changing a little bit. You know,
Oh, shit.
the chill is in the air.
That shit kills people, man.
It's starting to come around.
Eddie Money died from it. The
Oh,
weather
yeah.
change.
Rest in peace. Eddie Money passed
Yeah.
away today.
I know. Luckily, he already had 2 tickets to paradise, dude. So,
Yeah,
Thank God.
and he
Good
can,
to
and if he can walk on water, he said.
Yeah.
that's That's
But
another
that's
one.
that's that's a badass freaking guy, dude. I love Eddie Money, man.
Yeah, dude. He was a great
I was
guy.
just jamming his music just the other day, and then this morning I woke up and I saw that. I literally was like, I screamed. I didn't scream, but I said out loud, like, "No, not Eddie Money."
That's so sad.
It is so sad.
Cancer,
dude.
man. Fucked him.
Well,
fucking people up, dude.
you're choking down cigarettes like this nobody's business. It's gonna happen.
Oh yeah, we're flagged now.
Yeah.
I think there's a time frame like
Oh,
you
good.
can play like a little
clip.
bit.
Blah, blah, whoa, whoa,
As long as we talk over it, we're good. We'll
Yeah. Whoa.
Are we doing karaoke then?
I don't know, man. We're doing something because it's playing right now. So.
It's Eddie Money, brother.
God damn.
That's funny. Like that's funny that you're like
Yeah.
you take his lyrics and it sort of goes with like you know
What?
he passed away. It's all take me home tonight.
Yeah.
And 2 tickets to paradise.
Yeah.
My son, I have a son that fucking like his favorite thing to do in the world is to post memes,
Yeah, I
funny
know.
memes. Oh, you know,
Yeah,
yeah.
he made some for PHATZZ BBQ.
He made some for you, yeah.
Nice.
And he posted one today, like they love Fast and the Furious.
Oh, I saw that.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
So there's one he posted today. It was a picture of Paul Walker standing next to his skyline,
Yeah.
and it's a quote from Paul Walker. It says, "If one day speed kills me, do not cry because I was smiling." And so I posted on there. It's like, I bet he wasn't smiling.
I'm pretty sure he wasn't
He
smiling on that one.
he was probably screaming.
Yeah. It probably
As
ended
he was
up,
burning alive.
it
He was-
might have ended up looking like a smile, but I'm sure it was a scream.
I guarantee he was
Yeah.
not smiling. That's always, we talked about that a lot on here. That's one of my biggest pet peeves is when people say, at least he died doing what he loves.
Yeah.
Like, I bet he would have chose not to die while doing
Doing that, yeah, no doubt. Dude, I'm like,
Like when he's about to die, he's like, God, I'm fucking so happy I'm dying right now doing this.
I'm so glad I was doing this when I died.
man, I'm glad I'm barbecuing and dying right now. What? Never want to.
That might be okay.
Yeah, that might. You know what? If I die, I want to be sitting outside with a glass of liquor or something in my
Yeah.
hand, watching my pit, and that's how I want to die.
Yeah. Just
You're like,
peaceful.
No, not even like that. Just sitting there just like this and just
Just fucking boom.
go out, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what? That's just wishful thinking.
Oh.
That's just wishful thinking, man.
And then
If
at your funeral, it's gonna be like, it's just gonna smell like brisket.
brisket, yeah, because I'm gonna get cremated. It's gonna really smell like brisket for real.
Oh yeah, man.
Just throw me in my smoker until I'm done.
Yeah, no doubt. Just load me in there, man. Put me in my smoker and lower
Feed me to
lower
the homeless.
Hey,
That's
could
all I
you
want to go out.
Imagine getting, man, I might even end up building a pit big enough for me and then put myself in it and then having the whole thing buried.
There you go.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Buried in his little barbecue pit.
There you go.
All right, Greg. So we
It's kind of
start-
creepy, but that's all right.
we started to go there. The weather's changing. You know, we're starting to feel that. It's not getting cold yet, but we're starting to. You know, we could tell fall's coming.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Fall's right around the corner,
The
man.
change is coming. So with that in mind, Greg, I think it's time.
Yeah.
I think the time has come.
All right.
I think it's time for the Jeff and Greg's
Urban Dictionary Phrase of the Week.
Yeah. So while
Yeah.
I load these up, Greg, I think I need you to tell people how to get ready for this.
All right.
Because I can't just
You
drop
can't. You
drop
can't.
this shit on people.
No, you can't, dude. You know? You got to be prepared for this
Oh,
shit. So
man.
kick back out there in
I fucking
podcast
love
land.
podcasting, by the
Dude,
way.
it's so much fun. So kick back. Kick up your fucking
You having a
feet.
good time?
I'm having a great time, man.
Good.
I always have a great time. On
Oh,
here.
yeah.
Good.
Good.
Go ahead, Greg.
All
Sorry.
right. Kick up your fucking feet. Put your fucking feet in some koozies. You know? Do what you got to do.
What about Crocs?
Grab a drink,
If you got Crocs, put them on.
kick back, and relax.
Yeah. Get real fucking chill.
Take your bras off.
Take your... Ooh, that's like... Some people love that shit, dude.
Money.
I'm about to take my bra off right now, dog. You know what I'm saying? I don't even have one, but I'll take it off.
You still got it on?
Yeah, dude. What are you?
I
What
thought
are
it
you
was already
slacking?
off.
What are you
Dude, I'm
slacking
not even
for?
wearing pants.
Shit. Get comfortable is
This
what we're
is
saying,
true.
bro. Because my
This
friend here
is
is gonna
true.
paint you a picture like Bob fucking Ross.
All right,
Get
come
ready
on,
for
man.
that shit. Let's do it.
Happy accident. So come on.
Hell yeah.
All right. So the theme. I feel, and I told Greg this when he was sending me these urban dictionaries.
Right.
I feel like this topic is a little early in the
Right.
season. You know,
Could be.
it's mid-September.
But it's been cold.
But everybody, like, it's like all these people can't wait to start talking about pumpkins.
Yeah.
Pumpkin spice.
Yep.
My wife, goddammit, she fucking bought all those fucking wax melts already, making the house smell like pumpkins. And
Yep.
all that.
Makes you want to
all
make a
that
turkey
shit.
every day.
Well, you know what? You know what? She sent me to the store the other day to get some things.
Turkey?
Yeah. And on the list was
Turkey?
some wax melts.
Oh, okay.
And she gave me the power. She
You
said,
choose which ones
just
you
pick
wanted.
some good shit. She said, pick some good shit.
Right.
And I was like, all right, cool.
So she doesn't like the weed smell and the liquor.
I was like, they don't have... Oh, that's another one. The weed for the cologne.
It's just fucking
Some Buddha.
big chunks of weed.
You just choke
Just
some
like-
milk, just rub it all over you.
You're like, fuck.
Damn it.
You're all getting high. You're like,
So she sent me to the store to get... She trusted me to... She gave me the power.
right.
She said, you just pick a couple of wax things, you
Yeah.
know, for the sensies. Just whatever you feel. And I like the fruity stuff. I like the stuff that smells like
Delicious.
summertime.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Right.
And already the whole selection was like pumpkin, apple, fucking fall leaves, like
Cinnamon.
campfire. Like it was
Pine cone.
it was all fucking it was all fall, all everything.
Wow.
I found some that was like mango and pineapple, and I was like,
I'll
that's the
take
one
that
I'm
one.
getting.
Yeah.
Hawaiian Dream.
Yeah.
or something,
Yeah.
yeah.
Fresh linen. Fuck
Yeah.
you. I'm taking that one.
That's
Fresh
right, dude.
linen.
It smells like fucking
Fresh
fabric
linen, yeah.
softener.
Dirty
Yeah, it smells
diapers.
Like fabric softener, yeah, that's what it
Yeah.
smells like, man.
Dirty diapers.
Cat litter.
Litter box.
Fresh dog shit. Fresh dog shit in the lawn.
Bird cage.
Ran over dog shit in the lawnmower.
Oh my god.
Anyway, so I was able to find a couple, and I came home without partaking in the fucking
Fall ones.
fall scents, and then I come home today, and she's like, I got some new ones, and they're like pumpkin and
Because she was like, fuck, he picked all the gay ones.
Right? He sucks
Why
at
didn't
picking
he-
out this shit.
I should have just did this myself. Piece
Yeah.
of shit.
Right?
So-
Last
so
time I
going-
set his ass.
Yeah.
Yep. I think I ran into you actually that morning when I was buying those at Walmart.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I'm there a lot. So maybe, yeah.
I was also buying smoker pellets. All right, so with that in mind, Greg,
Yeah.
I have. You know what? We're gonna do what we've been doing the
Okay.
last few weeks when
Okay.
we've had a guest.
All right.
I have 3 Urban Dictionary phrases of the weeks that Greg sent me.
Okay.
I'm gonna name the title, and we're gonna leave it up to the guest to pick their favorite, and that's the one I'm gonna read first.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna read all of them.
Right.
I'm gonna
Okay,
eventually get to all of them because that's what we do now.
Right.
But I'm gonna leave it up to our guest to pick their favorite based on the titles.
All right.
So the first one is the pumpkin spiced latte'd.
Okay.
Okay. The next one is the Hawaiian hayride.
Right.
Sounds
You know, 'cause-
interesting.
The hayride and
Yeah.
the hoodies and the bonfires
Yeah.
and all that.
You'll be surprised how many hayride ones there are. There's
and
like a grip of them.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
And then the Blumpkin. The Blumpkin spice.
Well, we obviously got to start with Blumpkin spice.
Yeah.
So everybody by now should know what a regular Blumpkin is.
If you don't, look it up.
No. Yeah. So the Blumpkin spice
Right.
is when you're getting a blowjob while taking a shit. That's a Blumpkin, by the way.
Right.
That's the first part is a Blumpkin.
Yeah.
Is while you're getting a blowjob while you're taking a shit.
I had a friend that did that.
But the Blumpkin spice
Right.
is getting a blowjob while you're taking a shit into a hollowed out pumpkin,
Oh shit. Okay.
preferably carved with a nice silly face. After you have enjoyed a seasonal pumpkin spice latte from your favorite West Coast Seattle-based coffee shop. They're aiming you at Starbucks.
Right.
They're aiming you at Starbucks,
Yeah.
but if you're around here, it's fucking
Java.
Dutch Bros.
Dutch Bros.
Everybody's all fucking Dutch.
Everybody's about Dutch Bros now over here.
Not me.
Bros. Not me either.
I stick with Java, bro.
Yeah.
They,
Yeah,
they
you.
make all the stuff. I'm not saying that Dutch Bros isn't having the good stuff.
Right.
But for my own personal preference, I do Java.
Right.
Yeah, I'd rather
Gouge out your own eyes.
no, I'd rather spend my money on a local, smaller company.
Oh, I
than-
thought you were gonna say
than
you'd rather chop
fucking
off your own dick.
Pay $7 for some bullshit
Yeah.
at some big name place
Right.
that everyone,
I'd rather nail my
every
dick to
basic
a
bitch
chalkboard.
goes to because it's a
Yeah.
popular name.
It's a basic. It's a
Yeah.
basic stop.
So Jenna says she won't give me another Blumpkin Spice. Last time the pumpkin cracked under my ass, and she got a face full of pumpkin spice diarrhea and ended up puking all over my junk. And then her parents walked in.
That was good. That was actually really good. I didn't read that. I didn't
Usually
read that
they're
one.
horrible.
I didn't
that
read
was
that
a good
one.
one. That was a good one.
Holy shit.
The Blumpkin Spice.
Not pumpkin spice, man.
So we got to try it at some point.
Oh, wow, okay. Sweet. I'll let you blow me.
You go first.
You go first.
No.
I'll work up a nasty shit.
You know, I had a thought today about that whole topic.
What?
You know how guys are always like, yeah, fuck you, man, suck my dick.
We've had this conversation on
We
here
have
before.
a bunch of times, but I think I changed my view on it today.
Oh, okay.
I had a thought today, and I was thinking,
That's the first step to you turning gay.
what?
Go on.
No, I was thinking, you know, I was thinking the
It's
guy.
okay a little bit if it's just the tip.
No.
Oh.
I was thinking.
If you really admire the guy, it's not too bad.
No, Greg.
None of those things.
None of those things that you're saying.
Okay.
I was thinking that I think the person that's receiving the head,
Yeah.
I think that makes you gayer than actually giving it. Now hear me out.
Okay.
Okay. To receive a proper beach, you
Right.
have to be boom.
Right. Rock hard.
Yeah.
Right.
If
That means
if
you
a
gotta-
man
that means-
approaching
that means
you,
you got to be enjoying it. Yeah.
if a man approaching you with his mustached face and bearded mouth is coming at you and it makes you get all
Yeah.
then you're fucking gay.
that's the sign right there. You're liking it.
Ooh.
You
Okay.
know?
All right.
You
Now,
know?
what if you're not hard that he starts sucking it and then you get hard? Same thing.
Why did you get hard, bro?
Is it the same
You
thing?
in your head, you should be like, "This is horrible. I don't want this."
But what if you're like, oh, it's a chick?
Then you're trying too hard, and that makes you gay. That means you want it.
Okay.
I'm just saying. That's just something that came across my.
Yeah.
I thought about that today
Right. It's a good thought to have.
when some guy was blowing me. I was like,
Oh, this isn't really working for me.
anyway. All right, so I'm gonna change the subject now.
Okay, good.
But you get where I'm going with that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like when I was first bringing it up, you wanted to go the other way,
Oh, yeah.
but then you're like, oh yeah,
Yeah. It makes sense.
or maybe it's just a couple of gay dudes.
They're just two gay dudes.
But why are people always like, fuck you, man, suck my dick? Like, really?
Right?
What if he did? What if he's like, all right, cool.
Well,
Like, wait, I was just kidding.
no, stop it, dude.
Like, no, you said you told me to. I'm
right.
doing it.
Like, Bill, quit taking me so literal.
Like, I was joking, but don't stop. I was kind of kidding.
Oh,
Like, I
I'm
don't hate what you're doing right
I'm
now.
about to finish.
Oh my god! All right, so the next one is the pumpkin spiced latte'd.
Yeah.
So when being pumpkin spice latte'd, you
Is it delicious?
There's a pause.
Has to be good.
Yeah.
you fuck a pumpkin and come in and out of the pumpkin's mouth onto. When being pumpkin spice latte'd, you fuck a pumpkin and come in and out of the pumpkin's mouth onto someone else's mouth, and then throw cinnamon on them. I don't even know what's going on here.
Right? They're gonna burn your eyes or something for looking at you.
They got a couple different thoughts going on
Oh
there.
my god, Hannah! Richard pumpkin spice latte'd my mom last night. She told me she could still taste the cinnamon, and they spelled cinnamon wrong.
Cinnamon.
It's a shame.
All right, and now we'll move on to the Hawaiian hayride. You know, hayrides are. When was the last time you went on a hayride?
Never been on one.
I did go on one in high school, but
Was it fun? Were you with a girl? Did you give her the?
No.
Did you give her the old digits?
Pumpkin spice latte.
Was there pumpkins around?
Yeah, probably.
Oh yeah.
It was even pulled by horses.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Not a tractor.
All right, so the Hawaiian hayride. First, you must play "Somewhere Over the Rainbow," the song.
Okay.
After that, get 2 coconuts and cut them in half.
Okay.
Then you proceed to defecate into the coconut halves, dividing the shit evenly.
Right.
Then have your partner put on a grass skirt and place all 4s into the coconut halves.
Okay. So she has each of her.
Then they must
appendages.
trot around on all 4s whilst the dom is riding them about like a small pony.
Okay.
Well, they got shit everywhere. That sounds messy.
That's just yeah. I was cleaning shit. I was cleaning shit off the floor for an hour after I went on a Hawaiian hayride.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That doesn't sound like a good time.
No, that sounds miserable. Why would you want someone to have shit all over their hands and feet
Right?
or knees? It's not even sexual, Greg. Why'd you send me that? It's just gross.
They don't always have to be sexual.
No, that's true.
I just think it was kind of awkward.
Yep. All right. Well, Greg, we have hit an hour and 35 minutes. This is a long show tonight.
Yeah,
But it flew right by. It flew by
did.
fast.
it did.
Yeah. So, if there's anything else you want to cover, go over, talk
man.
about,
We're good.
yeah, good to go.
So,
All right. Well, shit. I guess until next week, for Gabriel with PHATZZ BBQ, I'm Jeff,
I'm Greg.
and we out, bitch.
Real talk, motherfuckers.
Hee.
Oh, that was a little stank on the end of that one.
Whistly.
Dude, I really gotta start farting into the mic. I think that'll be way better.
Maybe your own mic.
I'll just start doing it in that one.
Nah.